Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. Boozer here. In today's video, I want to go over the brand new login champion that we all got, Sun Wukong, and how I built him to basically handle the toughest assignments that I'll need him to handle in arena. So I did make a video earlier where I did make a Sun Wukong that was fully unbooked, and I did build him in a very generalist type of build. I felt that was maybe more useful for like the general population of that play raid, that obviously since everyone acquired Sun Wukong will be interested in seeing an unbooked version with a general build. And then we saw how he performed in the arena in various situations. The teams that were fighting were probably a bit too strong for him to deal with. The Sun Wukong that I built that was fully unbooked in a lesser build. But this is the Sun Wukong that I basically made as a specialist for my PvP applications. And yeah, so this is my Sun Wukong that I built. And this is probably how I'm going to leave him as on my account. I've built him with full accuracy and good speed. I want him to be fast enough to intercept some support champions. Basically, you use him to neutralize the tough support champions like Duchess or Zifi or Necrit, or any heavily protected DPS champion like Taras, or Necrit protected champion like Georgid, for example. But you want to build him fast enough so that he has the chance to intercept those champions before they do too much. Before they set up the team and do too much damage. He can be a bit slower, but I think I prefer to be faster. He's not fully glyphed up, so I have him. His total stats here, I have him at 277, 713 accuracy. His accuracy definitely can be higher. I recommend at least 750 if you can do it at this speed. I'm having some trouble spreading my best gear around because he doesn't have my best speed and accuracy gear, but I want to make sure that he has decent accuracy to at least force the opponent into having at least 800 resistance, which is pretty standard for, like, I guess my level of arena. 800 resistance at least, and then if you add an aura on top, it's gonna be hard to deal with. So if Sun Wukong fails his A2 ability, which is the ability to sheep, if he fails this ability, he's greatly if his effectiveness is basically greatly reduced, because what he does bring some disruption with stealing the buffs and stealing and adding block buffs, but it also gives him a chance to get sheeped as well. But stealing buffs is really good, especially like he's bound to steal something because the whole team won't have full resistance to deal with Sun Wukong usually. And if they do, usually you can have a heads up based on their player power, because resistance really pumps up your player power. I do have increased accuracy champions that I'm thinking about bringing in to support Sun Wukong, but I have to think about that a little bit first. But I think as a general build, this is I think pretty solid. 277 speed. I can probably bump him up to like maybe 290. I have a better banner, but it's on my Fire Night Hard Razovarg. So my banner's not super great. We'll go over some of the pieces here. So my banner's not super great. My amulet can be better. Like, I have an ascended crit damage here, but I can grab some more accuracy on another amulet. The crit damage is not necessary. Like, he's not going to be a damage dealer in this build. It just so happens that he has some damage stats. But I can definitely sub out this amulet from like HP or more accuracy. So just a regular ring here. I don't mind this counterattack ring, because if he A1s, he has a chance to stun, which is really annoying. But of course, if he takes a hit, he's most likely going to die. So there's something like that, but it's a small chance. It's not necessary. I'll go over some of the pieces here. So we got triple row accuracy. We got double row accuracy with speed here. We got triple row accuracy with speed. It's a really nice piece. Triple speed here with accuracy. Crit rate glove. Double speed here with accuracy chest, non-ascended. Ascended boot with accuracy roll. So obviously some decent gear, but nothing too insane. Obviously some triple accuracy rolls, and then hitting the speeds are going to be hard for a lot of people, as well as high accuracy. This version is fully booked, so I did fully book him after I made the unbooked version. I don't have a blessing on him, but the blessing would probably be some kind of support blessing, maybe a sheep even. because there's one way to take him out, and it's to sheep him. So he might get sheeped, but if you can debuff him somehow, like obviously having sheep on him is going to be really useful to protect him from that. And yeah, so I think sheep is decent, but sheep doesn't give you extra accuracy. If you want extra accuracy, maybe go temporal chains, for example. Masteries here, basic crowd control masteries. Went with eagle eye, counterattacks for extra stun chance, resistance. This is just reduced damage, but honestly he'll probably die to any hit anyways. Increase accuracy here, increase accuracy here, increase accuracy here. This one will give him an extra chance to gain more speed. Like I said, speed's pretty important for him, so he gets back to his abilities pretty quick. More sheeps, make up more control. Some extra accuracy here from Lore Steel, and then extra chance at his sheep ability again. This one's not a big value one, so increase duration of his block buffs. And then Eagle Eye to round out the extra accuracy. So, how am I going to use them? I'm going to use them against some really tough champions that I want to neutralize, and that if removed will cripple the other team. So let's look for those teams in the arena, and then we'll see how he goes. All right, so I got a pretty tough team here. Kind of fast track to like a team that can kind of showcase Sun Wukong. So I got Sun Wukong here with an Arbiter, Lydia to counter Marichka, and then Rhonda as my DPS. So in this case, I'm going to isolate the Georgid here. So neutralize Georgid, and then that got sheeped. So after that, I guess we will take out the Marichka. There she goes. Gonna be no reviving here. Deal some buffs. Very nice. Don't really want to sheep my Lydia, I think. So Georgia comes back, and Georgia's like super weak. We can AoE him to death. And then, yeah, this team, which looks really hard, actually turns out to be not so bad. And there goes Duchess. So also loses half her HP when she comes back, which is a nice little thing here. Nice little bonus. And down she goes. And that's it, full auto. So Sun Wukong with the stun there as well. A very strong utility champion. And let's move on to the next fight. Alright guys, so we're back in Gold 4 Tag Team Arena. Found a team that kind of has multiple threats and might be something that Sun Wukong might be able to help us win. So I got a team here with Arbiter, Rhodos, Pythion. I had two earlier fights, that's why it's kind of cut kind of weird, but we'll see if this team can take on this team here. So I think first of all, we're gonna boost up. Let's see what we can do here. We can definitely save the steel move for afterwards. Let's neutralize the we have so many priority threats here. Could neutralize the Elva and wait for the steel back. What do we want to do here? Let's see. Let's neutralize the Arex here. And try to kill the Elva. There we go. And I think that's going to be it. We can steal Stone Skin, but not this time. Still 50-50 chance on that. So not a huge showcase there for his abilities, just because of how slow this team was. I think he dies, but it's not a big deal. We can revive him. Then let's see if we can just blast through his Stone Skin. We do. Stun. Wow, stun's really nice. Just set full auto. Yeah, so as long as he goes first, he takes out any champion you want. We have multiple threats here. We could definitely take out any one of them. We could have neutralized like Mortu, Elva. I think Elva might have been the right pick just to get her cleanse and everything out of the way. She was also the reviver. But I think leaving her alive was pretty good for Rotos, so Rotos can one-shot her. But I wasn't expecting Rotos to get a turn before the Elva. So anyways, let's move on. Let's see if we can find another suitable fight here. All right, back at it with the basically same team. I used Ultimate Death Knight instead here, just to counter the Rotos a bit. But also we have two big support champions here that we want to neutralize with the Sun Wukong. So I'm going to just show how useful he can be in this fight. So let's see. We're going to go first. Our Rotos is countered by his UDK, but because we have Sun Wukong, we can go through the double stone skin UDK and try to pick off the Arbiter here. Boom, sheep. His Rotos responds, but is unable to react. We can't kill the Arbiter due to due to the ally protection from the Necrit here, and then UDK comes back. So let's steal some buffs, and steal some buffs we did. Very nice. Maybe we can kill off the Arbiter here. It does not. Boom, there she goes, the block buff, blocking her from getting the shield protection. And this should be GG. They can't get through my Ultimate Death Knight, but we got through their Ultimate Death Knight with our Sun Wukong. Don't need to use the sheep anymore. And that's it. That's all she wrote. So like I said, like this, it was really good. Showcase, basically showcase like a mirror matchup, but because Sun Wukong is such a hard counter for UDK, it lets us bypass UDK and then have our nuker deal with the supports behind the UDK. So the Sun Wukong, like obviously a great counter to UDK, obviously a very good counter to like Necrit protected champions. Just a great champion overall. I want to try to use him in a more of a defensive team, and then basically in a go second team. So let's see if it's actually viable. So I'll be right back. All right, let's try this team out. Not really a go second team, but it will. I want to use the block buffs opener as opposed to the sheep opener, just to see how it works. I think it might work out actually pretty good. So as a defensive champion, you could put him in maybe a fast team or make him really fast, and then have him use his steal ability first. That might actually be kind of useful. Let's see how viable it is here. So I'm going to open with his AoE. Lots of buffs to steal. Okay, let's try. Okay, we didn't get sheep. That's great. So let's chop down the Necrit. Okay. We will neutralize Harma so we get more damage out of the Turtle. Never mind. Never mind. I guess we didn't need the extra damage. All right, that's it. I mean, pretty good. Pretty good little showcase here, I think, for Sun Wukong. Definitely has a lot of viability. Both his moves are actually very good for a lot of different applications. So definitely some people can be more creative than me and find some different uses for him. But hopefully I showed you guys some varied uses for him. Like he can open with his A2, that's no problem. He can open with his A3, that's no problem as well with the AoE. I mean, against this team, probably a resistance team, but he still was able to debuff all of them. I couldn't steal a stone skin from the Duchess, but I still was able to debuff all of them. And luckily no sheep on him, but that's going to be one big thing that we have to worry about for the Sun Wukong, getting sheeped himself. So a little extra resistance on him maybe is viable, but it's hard to stack speed, accuracy, good speed, good accuracy, as well as resistance. So definitely wouldn't work out for everybody. But yeah, hopefully I showed you guys enough of a showcase here for him. definitely the build that I will be using him as, and he's going to be a cool, cool extra tool that you have in your toolbox that allows you to go through some of the tougher defenses out there. So let me know in the comments below what you guys are doing for Sun Wukong, how you guys are using him. What do you guys think of my my build? And yeah, hopefully you guys are having a good weekend, and we'll see each other in the next video. So take it easy.